Chapter 5, The New Me. Miranda never slept. She often left as many as 10 messages between 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock every morning. Cassidy wants one of those bags that all the little girls are carrying. Get her one in a color she likes. How do I know what bags little girls are carrying? There's a furniture shop in the 70s. I saw an old kitchen table in the window. I want to know the price. There are 400 furniture shops in the 70s. Can't we ask her for more information? I said to Emily. Miranda is not interested in details, Andrea, said Emily. Never ask her questions. I spent 2 days looking in every furniture shop window in the 70s. After that, Emily said I could ask Miranda for more information. May I ask you a question, Miranda? I asked. She was so surprised, she agreed. I am trying to find the shop with the old kitchen table. Perhaps you remember the name? She opened her bag and gave me the address. This information was in the message, Andrea. Write it down next time. Yes, Miranda, I agreed. I looked at the address. It said 244 East 68th Street. Grr, it was not in the 70s. My non-runway look lasted for 3 months. Then one day, Nigel gave me a Prada skirt, top and shoes. What's this? I asked. This, Andy, is what you must wear. People around here don't like your high street look. You're going to get fired if you're not careful. I know clothes like this are expensive, but there are ways around that. We have lots of clothes in the office cupboard that you can borrow. Call the design houses, they'll give you money off their prices, or tell them you work for Miranda and then they'll give you their clothes. I wore cheap clothes and shoes at work because I wanted to show that I was not interested in fashion. I was above this empty world, but I knew I couldn't win. The next day I came to the office in the Prada. I looked great and hey, I felt great. When Emily arrived an hour after me, she looked surprised. Even Miranda stopped to have a look at the new me. A few days later, Jeffy, one of the fashion assistants, appeared at my desk. He gave me 2 large bags. In one there were Gucci trousers, Marc Jacob jeans, Calvin Klein tops, and Donna Karan blouses. In the other were shoes, bags, and coats. You're joking, I said. Are all these for me? It's all just sitting there, said Jeffy. Every few months I clear the office cupboard and give all the clothes away, and then we start again. I was in Starbucks for the second time one morning. Miranda's first coffee was cold, so she sent me out for another one. My phone rang. Now what? I thought. It was Miranda again, but it was Lily. Hi, Lil, haven't you got a class now? Yeah, but I drank too much last night. I've only just got out of bed. Listen, Andy, I had a letter this morning. I have to leave my flat. Can we get a place together? That's great news, but I have to go. I'll call you later. Okay, I've got to get this coffee to Miranda. Later that day, I went out for Miranda's lunch. I quickly called Alex and told him the good news about getting a flat with Lily. It will be great, I said. Are you free for a drink tonight? Yeah, sounds great. Class is just starting. I have to go. I'll see you later. I was putting my phone away when it rang again. Is that the lovely Andrea? We met at Marshall's party. It was Christian. Be cool. I met a lot of people at Marshall's party. Who is this? Very funny. Do you have any plans for Saturday night? Are you asking me out? I'm meeting some friends for dinner. There is a magazine editor, my publisher, and a couple of writers from the New Yorker. My phone told me there was another call. Christian, hold on 1 second. I took the other call. Andrea, are you making my lunch yourself? I asked for it 35 minutes ago. I want my lunch now. I went back to Christian. Christian, I'd love to come, but I have plans for Saturday. I'll ask you again later. I know you'll say yes next time. Have a good day. I ran back to the office with Miranda's lunch and set it out on her desk. She'll be back in a minute, said Emily. She's just gone up to see Mr. Ravitz, the CEO. Andrea, it makes things difficult for me when you're late. What can I tell her? That you're talking to your boyfriend on the phone? It is not fair. She was right. It wasn't fair. I'm sorry, Emily, you're right. I'll try much harder. She looked surprised and nearly smiled. Thanks, Andrea. Don't forget that I've done your job. I know how bad it is. She doesn't mean to be unkind. It is just the way she is. A few minutes later, Miranda came back to her office. Andrea, what is this? Please tell me what this is. I ran to her office and looked at her desk. It's your lunch. Is something wrong? Why do I have to come back to my office and find this? What could I say? Andrea, didn't Mr. Ravitz's assistant tell you? Mr. Ravitz and I had lunch together just a few minutes ago. No, she didn't call. I guess you didn't want it. Yeah, that's correct, Emily. This must not happen again. That is all. I carried the lunch to the kitchen and threw everything away. The plate, food, glass, fork, knife. I know what I'd like to do with that knife. Alex wasn't too happy when I got to the bar that evening after work. I was very late. He bought me a drink. I have to go home, he said a little later. Already? You have to leave? Andy, I arrived 2 hours ago. It's almost midnight. I have work to do for tomorrow. I'm really sorry. I couldn't get away. I had to. I know it wasn't your fault, but please try to understand. Call me if you need me, he said.